The reward for rushing forward is definitely high. Tang Songyin touched his nose embarrassedly. Sure enough, you still have to rely on me when it matters. At this time, Zhang Hao asked Fang Ping Zhou, and Tutor Zhou was gone. Are we going to continue? Fang Ping smiled helplessly and continued. This time disappears. It seems that the 8 or 9 are not far from the 10 that I guessed. Several people lay in ambush in front of the door. Tang Songyin stepped forward and knocked on the door. Anybody home? Your garbage has been thrown in front of our house. Come out and deal with it. No response. Tang Songyin continued to knock on the door. Don't be silent. I know you're at home. Still no sound. What to do? Tang Songyin looked at Fang Ping. Fang Ping turned his head to continue. Tang Songyin knocked the door, shouting to open the door. If you don't open the door again, I'll call the police. At this time, a voice finally came from the house. I didn't throw out the trash. This was not the case before. You've just arrived. And there you have it. Quickly open the door suddenly. Fang Ping felt a trace of the fluctuation of qi and blood power. Immediately shouted to get out of the way. Then pulled Tang Songyin away. The next second, only a bang was heard. The door flew out in an instant. Crack-a-dig-hole. A man quickly sprang out of the house. Isn't that exactly what they're trying to do? The wind speed is extremely fast. Before everyone could react, he swept straight to the shore. Chase Fang Ping immediately shouted. I didn't expect a mentor of the demon martial arts to be so cold-blooded. Forced high-ranking fugitives to fight with the students. Just now, Fang Ping's team's mission goal, Shifeng, broke through the door. Trying to escape, Fang Ping and others quickly caught up. Tang Songyin cut down the stone peak with a knife. You can't run. Shifeng squatted down to dodge. At this time, Fang Ping had already dodged in front of him. Fang Ping kicked out. However, he was still dodged by Shifeng's agility. He didn't plan to entangle with Fang Ping. Continue running towards the shore. But Zhao Shumei had been waiting for him on the shore for a long time. I saw Zhao Shumei holding a long stick ready to go. Shifeng hurriedly braked and stopped. Look at the crowd that surrounded them. In his heart, he secretly said that he was a student of Wuhan University. Not the military department, not the detective bureau. He meows too much. But that's fine. Make a task to come to such a large group of students. It shows that their strength is not strong. But there's no need to spend it with them. In case there are pursuers behind you, it will be troublesome. Thinking about it, he rushed towards Zhao Shumei. Zhao Shumei raised her hands and prepared to attack. Shifeng raised the corners of his mouth. The power of qi and blood in the right hand is condensed. Seeing this, Fang Ping hurriedly shouted Shumei. Quickly dodged Zhao Shumei and was taken aback. Quickly dodged with a horizontal jump. Shifeng also continued to run towards the shore. Tang Songyin wasn't happy. Why do you want Shumei to dodge? It's clear that the goal is almost there. Fang Ping's face said gloomily, this time the goal is very strong. If you don't flash Shumei, she will die. That guy is second class. The bones of his hands have been tempered. Zhao Qing and the others were taken aback. No way. I remember that the quest interface said that it was the pinnacle of a product. Even if it's a second grade, it's just in and out. If you fail to do so, you will be deducted credits. Don't let him run. Shifeng listened. Slightly surprised. Why didn't I know that I was a second grade? Then there was a disdainful cold snort in his heart. All 5 college students are in this state now. It's the end of it. Fang Ping was also very puzzled. The mission statement clearly writes that it is the pinnacle of a product. How did it suddenly become a second grade? Could it be that the school's task system is wrong? At this time, Shifeng had already run to the shore. When it came to Shifeng's smug smile, fortunately, Lao Tzu was smart. A boat for escaping was prepared in advance. At this time, Shifeng was suddenly startled. He hurriedly stopped. In the next second, there was a terrifying slight pressure of qi and blood burst out from inside the ship. Shifeng was shocked. So strong qi and blood. Both of his legs. I couldn't help but bend down. Shifeng looked inside the boat in disbelief. How many products are these? 4 products and 5 products. No, it's 6 products. The breath inside the ship gradually subsided. Shifeng was sweating profusely and gritted his teeth. The strong man and 5 college students appear here at the same time. That is, they're training me. At this time, Shifeng also calmed down. Anyway, this time it's dead. Then fight with them. Several people saw Shifeng suddenly stop. I was very confused. At the same time, Fang Ping also felt it. The fluctuation of qi and blood emanating from the inside of the ship. His brow tightened suddenly. This qi and blood is Menerjo's. He's pushing the target to play us. The tutors of his Miao martial arts are really cold-blooded. They have seen a lot of life and death. Maybe he cares about his own life and death. But it will be indifferent to the life and death of others. If the weaker in the team is seriously injured or killed, it can stimulate the strong to improve. then it will be worth it in their opinion. So this time, Mentor Zhou will use crying blood to force the target to fight us. Desperate targets. If you're in a hurry, that's to kill one enough. To kill two is to earn. Case. Then you have to drag a few pads on your back when you die. Just now, Feng fled to the shore, slightly pressed by Zhou Shiping's chi and blood. Forced back. So Feng turned to face the people who were chasing after him. Prepare to drag a few pads. Fang Ping gritted his teeth for a while. If you can complete the task, be sure to settle accounts with Zhou Shiping. Zhang Ping looked at Fang Ping in fear. Captain, have we been able to fight 2 draws? If you lose, not only is there no reward, you may also die. Fang Ping said in a voice. No matter how it turns out, now we're all going to do it. Don't mess with yourself just because he's second class. As long as we don't be broken by him one by one, there are odds of winning. Fang Ping then shouted. Others step back. Tang Songyin and Zhao Xuemei joined me. Received the others hurriedly stopped. The 3 of them rushed forward. I looked at the 3 people who rushed over, thinking, these 3 should be the strongest of the group. The kid in the middle is a team leader at first glance. It's not very easy to deal with. Case. Let's start with this little girl. After thinking about it, he turned around and swept toward Zhao Xuemei. Zhao Xuemei shouted, don't underestimate me. Then a stick swept over. But all I heard was a snap. The stick was grabbed by the waiter. Zhao Xuemei wanted to pull back the stick, but the stick did not move. Fang Ping and Tang Songyin walked around behind Feng. Jumped. Feng saw this. The power of weeping blood quickly converged to the left hand. Sudden force directly shook Zhao Xuemei's hand away. Then he dodged Fang Ping's kick. At the same time, the left hand is flirted, blocked Tang Songyin's attack with a stick. The group so quick to react. A few people in the distance were in a hurry. Fang Ping's 3 people were completely pressed by Feng alone. That's not good. Why don't we go over and help? Zhao Qin was silent for a moment. Said, wait a minute. Listen to the captain's arrangement. Bang. Tang Songyin slammed it to the ground. Feng then made a pick. Knocked Zhao Xuemei away. Fang Ping grabbed the stone machine. Jumped behind Feng. The power of qi and blood quickly condensed to the toes. It's a slap in the face. Feng propped up the ground with a stick. It's a sideways kick out. All I heard was a pop. Feng's shoes burst open in an instant. Blood splattered out. Feng was shocked. Hurriedly jumped a few back. Distance. I felt the tingling pain coming from my left foot. Feng was slightly surprised. I didn't expect this kid's poke to be so strong. At this time, Tang Songyin suddenly picked it up. With a single knife, he slashed at the back of Feng's head. Feng didn't panic either. Blocked the attack with a backhand swing. Then there was a sudden force. He flicked his broadsword away. What a strong force. Tang Songyin's palm was shocked and numb. Before he could react, Feng swung out another stick. The stick slammed into his left arm. I only heard a click. Tang Songyin's left arm bone was directly cracked. He hurriedly clutched his arms and stepped back. At this time, Fang Ping jumped forward. A large knife that grabs the falling. Then take advantage of the situation and cut it down. Directly chopped Feng's left hand holding the stick away. There is an error in mission information. The target turned out to be a second-grade martial artist. Fang Ping's team fell into passivity for a while. Just now, Fang Ping seized the opportunity. A knife cut off one of Feng's arms. Then he slashed him in the neck with a backhand. Seeing that the broadsword is about to fall, Feng suddenly twisted his body. He directly caught the big knife with his broken arm. Then grabbed the back of the knife with your right hand. Clamp the broadsword in your severed arm. Good guy, what a ruthless man. Fang Ping was taken aback. There is no dodge. Instead, use broken arm to connect the knife. Hold on to enemy weapons with minimal effort. This pinnacle has a lot of practical experience. Fang Ping saw this. Rushed to call for support. The onlookers instantly swarmed up. Facing Feng is a wild bombardment. Looking at Feng, who was invincible with 1 punch and 4 hands. The corners of Fang Ping's mouth twitched. The gap between the first and second grades. It's not to the point of despair. Now Feng has no hand. The foot also hurts. We've won. At this time, Feng showed a hideous smile. He held the ground with 1 hand. Trembling and laughing, this time I was careless. Unexpectedly, Lao Tzu will be fooled by you bunnies. Kill the voice just fell. Feng suddenly stretched out his palm. Grabbed Tang Songyin's wrist. Hysterically yelling is considered death. Lao Tzu also wants to take one away for a funeral. Tang Songyin was shocked. He will perish with me. But I don't want to die yet. So Tang Songyin shouted Fang Ping. Save me at a time when I can't do it. Fang Ping made a timely move. I only heard his voice. Feng's eyes instantly lost their vitality. The body also began to shake. Finally, in the horrified eyes of everyone. He fell to the ground with a thud. Tang Songyan's eyes widened with fright. Fang Ping breathed heavily. Then he sat down on the ground. Heavy relief. Finally dead. Zhou Yuehong cried excitedly and finally won. It's great that we're all alive. At this time, Zhao Xuemei sobbed with self-blame. I'm sorry, it's all my fault. If I hadn't lost my weapon, you won't be hurt so much. Fang Ping comforted. There is nothing to be sorry for. This is the second-rank martial artist. It won't be hard for him to snatch your weapon. Yes, the second-grade martial artist is too strong. It's the three of you who can contain him. Thus, the charge may have died. Li Si and Zhang Ping also comforted Zhao Xuemei. Zhao Xin and Zhang Haoze glanced at Tang Songyan, who was sitting on the ground, said angrily that this mission would not have been for Fang Ping. I can't even imagine what will become. Yes, although it won. But the medicine alone costs dozens of credits. Tang Sung drew a drop of cold sweat along his forehead. Look at me. I was also very badly injured. At this time, Fang Ping looked at the small boat docked on the shore. Said meaningfully, it seems that we have to talk to our mentor Zhou. Why did the goal of the pinnacle of the first product become the second product? As a dancer, it's also the captain. There must be no fear of death. Otherwise, it could kill everyone. Just now, Fang Ping's squad was on the verge of attrition. Finally managed to kill the mission target 10. However, Zhou Shaiping came over. With his hand behind his back, he said that the performance was too bad. 3 of the 10 of you have alloy weapons. It's still so embarrassing. What's more, the goal this time is not strong. Fang Ping plus Zhao Xuemei or Tang Songyan. Any of them can win, Fang Ping sneered unfortunately. Teacher, you really lifted me up. I want to ask you. The pinnacle of the first product in the mission description. How did it become a second grade? It can't be a problem with the mission system of Magic 5. The rest of the team was also very upset. They echoed loudly. Zhou Shaiping said with a flat face that this was normal. Maybe a temporary breakthrough. Maybe it's because the information isn't accurate. Award for 15 credits. Can you tell? The team members were speechless for a while. At this time, Fang Ping turned his head to look at Zhou Shaiping. Said, but when Mentor Zhou tried the wind and fled just now, someone broke out and cried blood, forcing him back to fight us to death. That's you. Zhou Shaiping trembled slightly. In his heart, he secretly said that he didn't expect this Fang Ping to be so keen. Guess my intentions. But he doesn't deny it. Then he said indifferently that it was good. It's me who patted the dust on my legs. Slowly stand up, saying that carrying out the task is our own business. You're a mentor. If you don't help, forget it. And create more trouble for us. It doesn't make sense. Then he continued with a serious expression. Don't quibble. Churphone is not a second-grade task that has just broken through. The information itself is fake. Zhou Shaiping's eyes froze. So what do you want? Fang Ping grinned. I want to double the reward of the task. School awards have also been doubled. That is, there are a total of 6 credits. Zhou Shaiping snorted coldly. You really dare to think about it. There are not so many rewards for the 3-product quest. Fang Ping shrugged and said, you are the mentor who leads the team. 6th-grade powerhouse. Naturally, we don't dare to do anything to you. But isn't Wuhan University the most disciplined? If you're just watching from the sidelines, you can't make a move. And we don't have anything to say. But you just intervened in a battle. It almost killed us. Isn't that a broken rule? Zhou Shaiping fell silent. Fang Ping went on to say, mentor, you shouldn't have one. Let's decide the privilege of the reward. Then I'm afraid we'll have to find the dean's theory. Several people around were also echoing. Tang Songyan broke out in a cold sweat on his head. Fang Ping really has yours. You can do anything. First place in negotiations. Looked at Fang Ping, who didn't let in the slightest. The corners of Zhou Shaiping's mouth curved a slight amplitude. This kid really knows how to do things. But as a captain, it's not bad to stand up and fight for the interests of the players. Then he stroked his chin and beard and said yes. That's the 6 credits. But only once. Long live Mentor Zhou. As soon as the words fell, the crowd cheered happily. Great, Fang Ping is awesome. Then, Zhou Shaiping stopped Fang Ping and said that Fang Ping couldn't do it. I still have to give you a word of caution. When you really fight, don't overthink it. The casualties of the big team members will end up dying faster. Fang Ping was silent. He's right. I did hesitate this time. Shifeng's strength is if I add Tang Songyan. Definitely winning. And when I knew that Shifeng was a second-grade post, just thinking about retreating, don't dare to fight hard. Immediately, Fang Ping turned his head and said, I understood. Thank you for the reminder. As a captain, the fear of death can indeed kill everyone. Although the road to becoming stronger is fraught with danger. But as a dancer, how can you back down? Just now, Fang Ping's team successfully killed Shifeng, who was calm in air. After successfully completing the task, he returned to the demon martial arts training building. In a training room, the teams were whispering the completion of the tasks of each team. Fang Ping looked at the system interface, very satisfied. The previous elixir plus this allocation. The wealth value reached 11 million. Doing tasks to earn wealth is much faster than selling pills. Then, an abrupt voice sounded, Zhao Lei, and they came back. Everyone started talking. I heard that they killed 1 and injured 3. It seems that Zhao Lei is too aggressive. Took a second-grade mission. A boy with a bandage on his head. The whole body trembled and said that the mentors would not make a move. Unless we're dead. In the opinion of the school. Those of us who don't have a secondary brittle bone. It doesn't matter if you're dead. It will only save the elite of the team. At this time, one person suddenly grabbed Zhao Lei's collar. Roared if it weren't for you. You have to choose a second-grade task. Lu Kunqiang will not die. Our team wouldn't have been hurt so badly. Zhao Lei pursed his mouth tightly and did not speak. Bandage boy painful expression. Fang Ping's team also met a second-rank dancer. But they didn't have a dead man. Look at the scene. Zhao Shumei and Zhao Qing's side. It seems that what Fang Ting said before was right. The so-called mission reward is actually life money. At this time, Zhang Ting looked at Captain Fang Ting with palpitations. The school didn't say it had to be on a mission all the time. Or let's recuperate for a few more days. Several other people also looked at Fang Ting. Fang Ping sighed helplessly. Said no. We have to take advantage of the rewards now. Prepare for the later second-grade tasks. The strong survive. The weak are eliminated. One step behind. Step by step. Stopping now is equivalent to quitting. Forthwith, he turned to look at the crowd. Do any of you want to quit? The crowd fell silent. Suddenly, Tang Songyin said loudly that since he had come to demon martial arts, what quits and doesn't quit? Dry, of course. This little injury is nothing. I took a brittle bone pill and recovered. Fang Ping smiled helplessly in his heart. This man was a little reckless, though. But the nature is not bad. Zhao Shumei also clenched her small fists. Firmly said that we are warriors. Morale was also high in an instant. Yes, we are all warriors. How can you back down? It's not my way to be afraid. Fang Ping hedged. What the situation? A second-grade mission actually came to 2 squads. Even the leaders of the detective bureau came. At this time, the training building was in a training building. Fang Ping is in terminal. In front of the plane, everyone gathered around to take over the task. Looked at Fang Ping seriously and said, we're recuperating now. While doing simple one-product tasks. Get some rewards. By the time everyone's injuries have almost recovered, all were replaced with alloy weapons. Then I will do the second-grade task. So for the next period of time, Fang Ping squad. Crazy quest scrubbing mode is enabled. Finding a missing child. Help the cat cafe, take care of the cats, and arrest a wanted criminal. Kill a broken fugitive. This time, Fang Ping and the others have just completed an arrest mission. Fang Ping looked at the knife in her hand. Thinking about it, the lethality of the knife is much stronger than that of the boots. It is also more suitable for such situations. At this time, Tang Songyan looked at Fang Ting and said, Fang Ting, you're getting ruthless. Fang Ting fell silent. All of this is bought for human lives. In the last 7 missions, killed 4 criminals, plus 2 students from school. I killed 6 people. How could my past self have thought of it? I could be so vicious now. Is it only this kind of combat training that can grow? In the training building, Fang Ping looked at the point ranking on the screen. Talking. Even with the double reward from the last time you sealed it. We're only in 2nd place. Even if it's so desperate, the rewards for the forced product task are still too small. Tang Songyin looked at Fang Ping and smiled. I said, Fang Ping, everyone has been improving during this time. It's time to take on the second-grade task. Fang Ping touched his chin and groaned. Recently relied on the system. The number of brittle bones averages in a number of 2 days. Soaring. It has now reached 47 blocks. And so on. It will soon be able to break through 300 calories. Weeping blood. This is higher than many social dancers who were born in the 2nd grade. Even if you run into a second-ranked dancer again. Even I should be able to handle it alone. What's more, everyone has made a lot of progress recently. Especially Tang Songyan. So Fang Ping spoke this. Let's divide into 3 groups. Zhao Sumei Tang Songyan. The 3 of us want to do the second-grade mission. Zhao Qing, Wu Kupeng, Zhang Hao. The 5 of you go and pick up a task. Zhou Yuehong Zhang Ping. You 2 are injured now. First responsible for investigation and information gathering. We're gonna get the job done. 10% of the credit award points are given to you both. Zhang Ping and the 2 were very happy. If you go on a mission together, I'm afraid I won't even get 5% of the credits. And you can also raise the captain well. It's sweet, Zhao Shumei said. And if we divide the army into 2 ways, What to do with Minter? Tang Songyan said angrily. He couldn't have been expected to help anyway. Wherever he likes to go, he goes. Fang Ping felt a little helpless. It seems that Tang Songyan is still serving the wind before. I don't think so. The screen turns. Fang Ping and the three of them came to a bad building in Shijiang City. The goal of their mission is a cultist to the second grade. A drop of cold sweat slipped down Zhao Xuemei's cheeks. Wouldn't it be too conspicuous for us to stand like this? At this time, several more people came over. Look at this outfit. It should also be a student of Wuhan University. The green hairs led by him showed goodwill. I'm Wang Huajin of Tobu University. Hello. Fang Ping also responded politely. Hello. We are the freshmen of Mo. Green hairs said. We are a team of local martial arts students in Shijiang City. It's for a mission. Fang Ping was stunned. Perform tasks. You're all from Suchao. Green hair explained. Yes, we are a small place like Wuda. I can't make up so many new martial artists. Therefore, the three martial arts universities in Suchao all trained together and performed the task. Several other people also introduced themselves. Fang Ping pondered. This person's chi and blood are about 250 calories. It's about the same as Tang Songyan. It turns out that the stronger dancers in this place are at this level. Understood, but he was very confused. Why is it difficult for two teams to come to one mission? Is there something wrong with the task system? This was accompanied by the roar of the engine. Several cars from the detective bureau also arrived. This Ping was even more confused. There was actually a leader, a second-grade mission. As for the crowd, it is so exciting. After a purple-haired woman with glasses gets out of the car. Look at the crowd. May I ask which side of you is the Demon 5? What makes us abandon the task? Just kidding. I'd like to see. How strong is the strength for the new students of Magic 5? At this time, a female leader from the detective bureau drove the car and looked at the crowd. Ask please. Which of you is the Demon 5? Fang Ping spoke. We are Marshal. I'm the captain. Fang Ping's purple-haired woman frowned at Mr. Fang. This is a second-grade difficult task. There were only 3 of you coming. The second grade of green hair was taken back. They took on the second-grade mission. The students of Suchao were surprised. Just the 3 of you? There's no one else. But our goal is to be the pinnacle of a product. What's going on? Isn't there something wrong? Fang Ping also shook his head suspiciously. At this time, the purple-haired woman spoke, and the situation was a little complicated. Let me explain. So he looked at the information in his hand and explained to Mr. Daofang. Your mission goal, Yao Jingsheng, is the second grade. The strength was not originally active in this area. It has recently flowed to our Shijiang River. Mr. Wang, your goal, Zhang Jiqiang, is indeed a product. But now because of cult rallies. Both mission objectives happen to be in this building. So the mission will be much more dangerous than it should be. The latest intelligence suggests there are at least 5 dancers inside. How the rank is unclear. There are also dozens of cultists. Arrangements were also made in the bureau. Arrange the encirclement around the perimeter. Listen to Zafanu's words. The students of Suchao looked at each other one by one. I couldn't help but sweat on my face. But Fang Ping said he understood. We don't want to influence each other. That's it. Tang Songyan also hugged his hands in front of him. Said lightly, if there is still room for it. So they helped each other to burn it. Looked at Fang Ping's unfazed appearance. Suchao students were even more speechless. When I heard this, I didn't panic at all. Are the people of the Demon Warriors so confident? They're really that strong. At this time, the purple-haired woman called Green Hair. Mr. Wang, I would like to talk to you alone. Green Hair looked incredulous. What do you want us to abandon the mission? The purple-haired woman said, this is just my personal suggestion. There is now at least 1 second grade in it, and a pinnacle of a product, and there are other cultists. The task of the Demon 5 was actually issued by the military department. Much more dangerous than the mission of our detective bureau. We want to get you guys to do it together. This will also allow you to complete your 1 product mission along the way. Unexpectedly, they only came with 3 people. The students of Magic 5 are indeed very strong. But you are all the proud sons of Suchao. A local. Hopefully, the bureau won't be able to watch you take risks. So if you can, I hope you will give up, or wait for them to fail in their mission. Or after the second-rank target is killed. Go again. Green Hair spoke suddenly. The voice of the Demon Warrior. Is it so strong? The 3 of them are also first-class martial artists. The purple-haired woman said. The data shows. Although the Captain Fang Ping is 3 brittle bones. But it's all a good thing. So thank you so much for your kindness. Green Fur interrupted him. I want to see the strength of the new students of Demon 5. Well, the purple-haired woman looked at the green-haired worriedly. Surrounded by us. The cultists should not dare to pursue. If there is danger, please retreat decisively. Make sure you come out alive. A short-haired boy said worriedly. Is Brother Wang really going in? We've been affected by the people of Demon 5 this time. Green Hair said firmly. The three of them. People dared to go in. You can't be too ashamed. At this time, one of them suddenly pointed to the gate in front of him. Brother Wang's demon warriors seemed to have already entered. Why did you still leave someone outside the door? It's probably guarding against us. At this time, Zhao Xiumei also rushed in. A moment later, a man suddenly ran out of it in a panic. The students of Suqiao hurriedly shouted that someone had come out. Isn't that our mission goal? Zhang Jiqiang? At this time, Zhang Jiqiang shouted with horror on his face. You don't keep your word. Then he stepped forward. Grabbing a student of Suqiao is a mess. Several people next to him hurriedly stepped forward to control him. But I can't control it all. This guy is crazy. At this time, the green fur grabbed him by the neck from behind. All I heard was a click. Zhang Jiqiang received a box lunch. Several people in Suqiao were very puzzled. He said, we don't keep our promises. We didn't do anything. What the hell is going on? Green fur stood up, thinking this guy was hurt and frightened. The strength of the pinnacle of a product. He died so easily in my hands. Something suddenly occurred to him. Immediately he turned to look at the door. What happened before he met us? Actual combat is the best way to improve strength. The strength of the teenager has grown by leaps and bounds. Alone and easily slashed the Erping warriors. At this time, the green fur slowly pushed open the door. In the next second, his pupils instantly constricted. The cult diagram inside was completely destroyed. At this time, two Dongwu students came over and said, Brother Wang, let's go. Wait for the second grade to come back later. We're going to be miserable. Green Hair replied a little distractedly. Erpin, do you mean that? A few people followed the green hair gate. I saw Yao Jinsheng's head resting quietly on the ground. The few people were shocked. It's a ruthless one. Could it be that the demon martial arts took advantage of Brother Wang's conversation for a while? The effort is all solved. The screen turns. Fang Ping and the others were on their way back to the demon martial arts in the car. Fang Ping opened his mouth to summarize the battle just now. The two fell silent. Tan Songyin said that you should summarize and summarize first. Fang Ping touched his chin. Seriously, I'm thinking, should I switch to a heavier weapon? Axes or hammers or the like. Chop words. It's still a heavier weapon. In order to exert greater power. The knife is too light. Tang Songyin looked incredulous. Lie down on the square seat. It's too light. Aren't you a tempered lower limb bone? Your arms are so strong. Zhao Xiumei looked out the window with roses. Just now, Tang Songyin was dealing with the yipping warriors inside, and other cultists. So I didn't see the situation on Fang Ping's side. I'm in charge of keeping an eye out for Suqiao's people at the door. So see it clearly. Fang Ping and Yao Jinsheng were not a simple confrontation just now. It's about the consumption of qi and blood. In a matter of seconds, Fang Ping slashed more than 50 times, and the sword burst out with the power of qi and blood. The other party is a two-flat dancer. Qi and blood are not low. However, Fang Ping relied on dozens of knives to burst out of qi and blood slashing. Drain the enemy's blood and blood. Zhao Xiumei asked Fang Ping suspiciously. You can't run out of qi and blood. We are all one product. Even if you're brittle 3 times. That's too big a gap. 2 drops of cold sweat instantly slipped down Fang Ping's forehead. Scratching his head, he quickly explained. This is actually the limit. Because you have pinned down the other enemies. Can I cash in with peace of mind? Fang Ping secretly breathed a sigh of relief in his heart. There was too much blood and qi just now. It was actually seen by Zhao Xiumei. Fortunately, it was successfully prevaricated. Then Fang Ping thought about it. However, if there is enough wealth value, then theoretically, replenishing qi and blood is indeed unlimited. In battle, once the qi and blood are exhausted, right away, supplement with a system. So as long as it's fighting with people, there's no way I'm going to lose. Then, Tang Songyin said that the cultists were really too weak. I'd like to try 2 tricks with that second-grade one. There is also Zhang Jiqiang, the target of Suqiao. The strength is far from the previous Surefoam. Plus he sees you twice, and he slew the strongest of them to death. Directly paralyzed, this was the case. Hand over the pills and valuables on your body. We'll let you go. That's why it appeared. Previously, when Zhang Jiqiang saw the people of Suqiao outside, just shout that you are not keeping your word. Tang Songyin then said, I want me to say, I killed it at the time. Then he smiled evilly. Anyway, in the end, we don't take anything valuable. I didn't expect Lu Yong of those coal bandits. Zhao Xiumei also said with a smile. Fang Ping, you really care about Dongwu and them. Fang Ping said lightly that it was such a trivial matter. As easy as lifting a finger. In the other side at this time, the people of Suqiao are still roaring at the unfinished building. Several people said happily. The people of the demon warriors still take care of us. The goal was deliberately left to us. and helped us beat him to a half-triple point. This time we earned it. I didn't expect that the person named Fang Ping was not bad. Green hair was silent. I guess he meant that he was too weak. It's not worth killing at all. The scene returns to the car. Tang Song-yin said confidently. The captain of Suchao dealt a blow to Zhang Jichang. It's pretty handsome, but if he is the top 5 college students in Suchao, then there is nothing to worry about in a national exchange competition. At this time, there was a ding. All of a sudden, their phones rang at the same time. It turned out to be a credit ranking. At present, Fang Ping has a minimum score of 132. Zhao Lei scored 128 points against the second. Zhao Xuemei exclaimed something in surprise. We were only 4 points ahead. The three of them looked at each other tacitly. Make a U-turn in the next second. Go straight to the next mission location. Can't let Zhao Lei and them catch up. We have to take low. The teenager led the team to win first place. Earn a lot of money. Great, it's time to redeem the god outfit. At this time, the Demon Martial Arts Training Building was in the building. All the members of the special training class stood in a neat line. Huang Jing spoke. The 1-month deadline has expired. The credit rankings of each team are now announced. The first place Fang Ping team accumulated 186 points. Ranking first will award an additional 100 credits. A total of 286 credits. Fang Ping sighed. It was a pity. If the last task can be completed, we can get up to 200 points. A drop of cold sweat broke out on Zhao Xuemei's forehead. We're already pretty good. Be content. Zhao Lei's team accumulated 179 points. Second place Fu Changding team, 150 points. The third place Yang Xiaoman team scored 138 points. The fourth place and the last place Chen Yunxi team, 100 points. This month, all of you are in the hands of your performance mentors. Zhao Lei caused the death of the team members because of your rashness. 30% deducted from your earnings. As compensation for his family. No opinion. Zhao Lei lowered his head reproachfully and said that he had no opinion. Fu Changding and Yang Xiaoman, on the premise of ensuring the safety of team members. Mission accomplished. Took on responsibility of captain. The Fang Ping team was divided into 2 squads. Methods of performing tasks at the same time. Commendable. As for the Chen Yunxi team, lowest points. The team members were seriously injured. The team was disheartened. Go back and reflect on your problems. After a month of mission execution, I think you all have a lot of gains and feelings. Someone sacrificed. Someone was injured. Someone came home with a full load. Dancers are in the middle of missions and actual battles. Experienced and grown. This past month, mentors are also in charge of each of you's abilities. Conduct an investigation. Examine which of you suitable for entering the preparation team. Exchange events are about school honors. The importance of it I am. No more reiterations. It will be announced next based on the results of the expedition. Determine the list of personnel of the reserve team. Fang Ping, Cao Lei, Fu Changding, Yang Xiaoman, Tang Songyan, Cao Sunyi, Su Likai. Li Xiaoxiu and Jin Lei entered the preparation team. Immediately, Tang Feng closed the document and prepared to leave. The students were talking about whether it was 10 people. Looks like there's one missing. At this time, Tang Feng came to Chen Yunxi. Chen Sheng said, Chen Yunxi, I would recommend that you transfer to a liberal arts college. 5 courses are not for you. Chen Yunxi instantly looked lost. Hit hard. Tang Feng continued. Although the amount of your chi and blood and brittle bones, leading in the class, cultivation of tactics is not bad. But you lack what you have to be as a dancer. Bloody dancer. If you dared fight, you don't have to fight. We were so disappointed by your performance in the mission. The other students began to whisper. When performing tasks, he did not dare to step forward and kill the enemy, resulting in injuries to team members. He's a captain. It is said that Chen Yunxi is a family of dancers. His grandfather is still a grandmaster. Obviously, there are a lot of resources. Cultivation is also high. But they couldn't protect the team. Retreat as soon as you encounter an enemy. I also don't think he's a good fit to be a dancer. Fang Ping also thought. Chen Yunxi is a dancer who breaks through the brittle bones twice. He's in the top 5 in his class in all aspects. However, his character is indeed soft and weak. What Tang Lion said was not wrong. He should probably transfer to the College of Liberal Arts. After a moment of silence, Chen Yunxi said loudly, Mentor Tang, I'll try. Please give me another chance. I want to join the prep team. The corners of Tang Feng's mouth twitched. Then exchanged the members of the preparation team. Last one. Chen Yunxi adjourned. Fang Ping looked at the values displayed on the system. Very satisfied. After last month's mission, now I'm at 161 points. Plus some pills and weapons captured by the mission. Now the wealth value has reached 12.08 million. Quite nice. I swear flat. Go to the 5 of magic exchange. The white-haired old man played with walnuts. Isn't this classmate Fang? I'm going to change something good this time. Fang Ping said with a smile, and my blood is high again. I want to change it to a heavier one and a little more strong. It is also a weapon that is convenient to carry. That's a lot of requests. The white-haired old man stands up and comes with me. The white-haired old man led Fang Ping to the arsenal, proudly introducing our demon martial arts exchange office. There's nothing you can't change. Then he pointed to a long knife on the counter and said, look at how this knife is. The boy used his secrets. The art of bargaining is not a bad tongue. Redeem it for the god costume at a low price. At the same time, it is favored by a sexy female tutor. Obtain the medium grade strategy. This open life is really cool. At this time, the white-haired old man took Fang Ping to the arsenal. Pick up your gear. The white-haired old man walked to a display case. Introducing the whole body of the phoenix mouth knife is made of ground-grade alloy. It weighs 32 pounds, up to 1.8 meters. It can be disassembled, stored, and carried. Fang Ping touched his chin and thought, the knife does look like it ticks all my boxes. At this time, the white-haired old man said that this was a good knife. I'll only charge you 320 credits. Fang Ping instantly spurted out a mouthful of old blood. 320 credits is nearly 10 million in cash. Fang Ping's 10 fingers are too expensive. If you want me to say 150 credits. The white-haired old man clenched his fists in anger. Are you crazy? You didn't cut the bargain. Fang Ping's eyes widened. Chu Chu said pitifully teacherly, I don't have many credits in my card. Can you get a discount? So the two began a protracted bargaining war. After 10 minutes, both were sweating profusely. Gasp. Subsequently, the white-haired old man brought a box containing a phoenix mouth knife. Scolded and said classmate Fang. The old man said he couldn't move. Get out of here with your knife. I saw the white-haired old man holding Fang Ping's hand. I was so angry that I couldn't help but tremble. Fang Ping immediately gave a thumbs up. It's good to smile proudly, Mr. Lee. I'll come back next time. After Fang Ping left, the white-haired old man took out a tissue and wiped the sweat from his head. This kid is too good at bargaining. 90 credits with old weapons, plus 4.5 million cash. Barely earned back the cost price. Looked at the back of Fang Ping leaving. The white-haired old man thought, it is very difficult to obtain cultivation resources for the 5 college students. It's understandable to save a little bit of credits. He pushed open the door in relief. Even cash is used. I guess he really doesn't have many credits. Can be second. Student Fang, you can exchange a total of 50 ordinary chi and blood pills. 150 credits will be deducted. There are 11 credits remaining. The white-haired old man was so angry that he instantly foamed at the mouth. It's not economical at all. It's not poor at all. Emotional credits should be kept for a single medicine and resold it. In the training room of the training building, Fu Changming stared at Fang Ping with a sour expression. The phoenix beak knife in his hand. Talk about you. Not seen for a few days. It's a new weapon, or the base alloy. Fang Ping hurriedly explained with a smile on his face. Isn't it the day of the rotation of squad leaders today? Not well prepared. It's not that I look down on you challengers, do I? Cao Lei Xiaoman. Yang Xiaoman's hands are slim waist. Confidently represent square flat. Don't think you're the only one making progress. Zhao Lei also grasped the wooden stick in his hand, rushing towards Fang Ping after this period of cultivation. I'm getting stronger again. Fang Ping's squad leader this time is mine. After a while, Fang Ping looked at Zhao Lei lying on the ground. I said I haven't even used my new knife yet. Say yes and get stronger. Don't cry and cry when you say it. Immediately, Fang Ping looked at Yang Xiaoman with a smile again. Xiaoman, I still won't fight this time. Yang Xiaoman's whole body trembled, then quickly turned his head away. Clasp your hands in front of your chest, pretending to be a disdainful expression. I didn't say I was going to be the class leader. The screen turns. Lu Fengru put Fang Ping and Zhao Xuemei. Call to your dorm. Distance freshman exchange race. There is less than a month left. With your current strength, it's still too weak. Then he turned his head to look at Zhao Xuemei. Xuemei, you go back and use the second-grade chi blood pill cultivation to speed up the brittle replenishment. 1 every 2 days. Reach the pinnacle of the first product before the exchange competition. Pistol play. Zhao Xuemei instantly looked embarrassed. 1 every 2 days. Fang Ping also left a drop of cold sweat on his face. He raised his hand and touched it. The market price of the second-grade Jishu Adan is 700,000. Even if you exchange credits, it also takes 20 points to get a piece. A month down, the total cost is more than the money I spent on a knife. Zhao Xuemei was silent for a moment. Small fist clenched. Firmly say I know. I'll be sure to exchange before the game. Complete the tempering of the lower limb bones. Reach the pinnacle of a product. Fang Ping also couldn't wait to ask. Mentor, what about me? Lu Fengru yawned. I want to learn a higher level of warfare, right? Yes. Fang Ping touched the back of his head and said, I am now at the peak of the lower limb bone quenching. Chi and blood, 300 calories. The double bow reaches the wartime realm. The poke foot is also small. Lu Fengru said flatly that she knew. Take a look at these exercises. Mid-grade footwork. A medium-grade knife method. Then he yawned and headed upstairs. The poke you learned before is just a low-grade tactic. So you don't have to look at the textbook. The theoretical knowledge involved in the medium-grade tactics is more detailed. The move splitting is also more complicated. There's something I don't understand. Ask me again when I wake up. Fang Ping was stunned and looked at the medium-grade battle method in his hand. Who came up with this name? It's a good middle too. Lu Fengru explained. Bloody knife. It was created by your governor Zhang of southern Xinjiang in the Lupin period. I said hello to him. It can be taught to you. Fang Ping looked at it and thought intensively. The bloodburst knife is simply put, is a move knife technique that constantly bursts out of chi and blood. A total of 7 knives. The strongest can slash out 7 in a row. A slash is more explosive than a slash. No matter how much it is, the lack of chi and blood will be consumed in the last sword. The 7th knife falls, and if you don't live, you die. Fang Ping excitedly waved a chi book. This trick looks so handsome. I feel that as long as I control my chi and blood, it's still very easy to practice. Then he smiled evilly. My blood and breath are constant, and you can't just keep chopping. When the time comes, no one will be my opponent in the exchange competition. I can't wait to play. Try my new knife and new knife technique. You dare to rob our protagonist's company. Just in a bad mood. I'll use you to vent and vent. The teenager was furious. Killed 2 flat warriors in 1 sword. At this time, Fang Ping was studying. Lu Fengru gave him a level of pace. Yunbu, use the power of chi and blood to greatly increase your movement speed. After the assault is reached in the war skyclave, condense chi and blood into the bones of the feet. Fang Ping was very satisfied with this step. If you can't beat it, you have to be able to run. Perfect for me. But then again, how did this battle void mirror cultivate? So Fang Ping called Wang Jinyang for advice. Brother Wang, I have not been able to break through. Can you point out? Wang Jinyang said, the biggest point of the sky mirror is to control the center of gravity of the body. Isn't there a lake in the school? You go treading water. The center of gravity is adjusted so that the water does not exceed the knees and does not fall into the water. You will be able to break through the sky mirror. At this time, Mo went south. Entrance to Cave 1. Wang Jinyang hung up Fang Ping's phone. Qin Fengqing clenched his fists and said Fang Ping. This kid is quite good at picking the time. A little longer. We entered the cave, and there was no signal. Wang Jinyang said in a deep voice it took a few months. Finally, there was only 1 5-gray demon left in that tribe. The patriarch fought to kill him this time. Qin Fengqing bumped Wang Jinyang with his elbow. Said proudly that I will enter 4 products when I get out of the cave. Don't get carried away. Hold me back later. The screen turns. Fang Ping was getting up from the lake of the demon dance. A few girls were talking by the lake. It seems that someone has been wearing it lately. Winter swimming clothes, but it's more like accidentally falling into the water. Isn't it cold? That person's brain is fine. Fang Ping was so cold that her face turned pale. I couldn't help but complain in my heart. This old king shouldn't be the whole network. Recently, I have practiced a middle-grade knife technique. A single knife can burst 35 calories of chi and blood. To restore the cost, you need to spend 35,000 fortune. There are also various body-strengthening liquid quenching pills. Miscellaneous ones cost more than 1 million. Forget about the cultivation fee. Now he is still regarded as a fool by others. It's so embarrassing. At this time, Fang Ping's mobile phone suddenly rang. It turned out to be Li Qingzi calling. The screen turns. Fang Ping and Li Qingzi came to Dongxing Company. Fang Ping held the phoenix mouth knife. Walk ahead aggressively. Li Qingzi followed behind and explained nervously. The boss of the other company. He's a dancer who graduated from East China Normal University. It is currently a 2-level mirror. They played some tricks. As a result, our delivery staff was unable to go upstairs. I know. Fang Ping was very unhappy in his heart. Recently, my cultivation has not been smooth. I'm panicking. That's when you come to me for trouble. I'll use you to practice your hands. At this time, a man in a suit. He walked over with a smile on his face, stretched out his palm, and said, I am Wei Dongsheng of Dongxing Company. Presumably you are Fang Ping of a distant company. It's a blessing. Fang Ping ignored his politeness. Said directly and indifferently Wei Dongsheng. Your company is getting in the way of my business from far. Any way to say that? Wei Dongsheng saw this. The corners of his mouth are raised. Then open your hands. Said mockingly Mr. Fang. Take a good look. A 2nd-grade mirror. U11 tasting. A distant company encountered this little thing. The boss needs to come out in person. And we have hundreds of ordinary employees alone. I think you might as well leave it to me. I'll teach you how to operate. Fang Ping didn't bother to talk nonsense with him. So you and I are both dancers. You don't have to be so grinding. We think dancers should have. Way to solve this matter. Immediately, Fang Ping stomped the phoenix mouth knife on the ground. I challenge you. If you win, you will not expand far away. If you lose, be honest with me. Disdain for Dongsheng means that you are very confident. I'm proposing to up in the stakes. I won 2 million to buy far away. I lost 3 million. The eastward rise is yours. Meantime, he raised his hand and motioned for his men to bring his weapon. Fang Ting smiled. Let's start. Wei Dongsheng pulled out the big knife. The surrounding employees stepped back. Wei Dongsheng stomped his feet. The ground took the lead and slashed towards Fang Ting. Fang Ping held the phoenix mouth knife in both hands. A top stop. I only heard the sound of dang. Wei Dongsheng's right hand was directly shaken away. The broadsword almost came out of his hand. Wei Dongsheng was taken aback and blocked me. Instead, my hands were numb. Before he could react, the blade of the phoenix mouth knife was already resting on his neck. Fang Ping sighed with emotion in his heart. The social dancer is so much weaker than I thought. Then his hands slammed into force, directly slapped Wei Dongsheng to the ground with the blade of the knife. Fang Ping looked at Wei Dongsheng, who was lying on the ground, said coldly that you lost. After saying that, he turned around and walked out. Manager Li, the reception of E-Stop will be handed over to you. Look to the back of Fang Ping leaving. Li Chung was excited, and Mr. Fang was so strong. The last gathering before the exchange game determined the starting lineup for the match. I'm going to be a starter. The girl goes into rampage mode, coming out on top. At this time, Fu Changding shouted and ran into Fang Ping's dormitory. Big news. The freshman exchange competition was unexpectedly open to the public. It was also on the social news. Fu Changding held up his phone and looked. It is said that tickets will be sold at that time. It also needs to be broadcast live across the country. Then he said worriedly, the battle of the five is bloody. Can ordinary people accept it? Fang Ping turned around, said calmly, you know. Vice Changding raised his hand for a pose. This is not. Was busy with retreat and cultivation before. Break through the pinnacle of product. Brother is now at the peak of his class. What's the trouble? Brother covers you. Fang Ping said with a wicked smile. I've been thinking about whether to break through the second grade and play with it recently. Fu Changding was instantly poured a basin of cold water. Fang Ping went on to talk about the openness of the exchange competition. Tutor Liu told me, the school will not let the public see two bloody scenes. The Taoist priest will definitely have a grandmaster in charge. Control the rate of casualties. We should still be safe. Fu Changding touched his head and said, Fang Ping, I guess none of your family were dancers. If they see you injured in the ring, how worried you must be. The corners of Fang Ping's mouth lifted. Start pretending it's okay. If my family actually watched the live stream, it won't look like I'm being beaten. It's just to watch me hit other people's share. In front of the training building, all members of the preparation team lined up and stood up. Tang Feng spoke. Today is the last time we will convene you before the game. 5 of your 10 will be starters. 5 people as reserves. The starting team is injured or runs out of energy. Reserves took the stage. The starting lineup is Fang Ping, Zhao Lei, and Fu Changding. Yang Xiaoman, Dang Songyan. Among them, the captain is Fang Ping. The remaining 5 are reserves. At this time, Zhao Xuemei suddenly shouted, teacher, I want to be a starter. I'm going to challenge Tang Songyan. Tang Songyan smiled and said with a smile, you think I'm the weakest of the 5? Okay, I'll accept the challenge. Zhao Xuemei challenged Tang Songyan. It began to fall with the sound of congratulations. Both sides swept out at the same time. Zhao Xuemei smashed down with a season-level wind stick. Tang Songyan raised his knife to cut it, then grinned. I was the first to refine the upper limb bones. Try. You're no match for me. Then the hands exerted their strength again. A swing of the knife. Zhao Xuemei didn't fight hard with him. Leaped to dodge the attack. And the stick was propped up. The ground is a chain kick. Fang Ping couldn't help but feel a feeling in his heart. Mentor Liu said it before. Xuemei, in order to keep the family business, I have to work harder than the average person. A month ago, his strength is still weaker than Tang Songyan. Now it's evenly matched. Facing Zhao Xuemei's crazy kicks, Tang Songyan had to raise his sword to defend. Tang Songyan clenched his teeth. Xuemei has made such a big progress. It's a quick fix. Immediately, he bounced Zhao Xuemei away, then stomped on soles of their feet. The ground burst out. Zhao Xuemei's stick was slashed with a knife. Tang Songyan then swung out another knife. Let's throw in the towel when it's over. Xuemei at this time, in the horrified eyes of the crowd. The broadsword suddenly stopped in the air. I saw Zhao Xuemei holding the blade with her bare hands. Blood flowed down the blade. Zhao Xuemei's silver teeth clenched. It's not certain who wins or loses. The corners of Tang Songyan's mouth twitched. Hey, there's no need to be so serious. We used to be teammates on the same team. Ignored Tang Songyan's words. Zhao Shumei slammed her back and poked her foot. Kick out Tang Songyan's big knife. Get out of your hands. His body also fell heavily to the ground. Zhao Shumei caught the falling big knife. Quickly swept towards Tang Songyan. Stop, I won't fight. I admit defeat. Tang Songyan trembled and shouted. Zhao Shumei wins. Then the starting lineup is confirmed. Fang Ping, Cao Lei, Fu Qingding, Yang Xiaoman, Cao Kumei. The first National V University Freshman Exchange competition. It's finally begun. The boy said that I want to penetrate the second grade. Nationally famous. At this time, there was a lot of noise in the Demon Martial Arts Gymnasium. Silence is sudden. A majestic crane sound came over the radio. Answer exchange competition. It's not a celebrity concert. Everyone was seated as soon as possible. No noise. Do not interfere with the order of the game. This is the first time that Wuhan University has been open to the public. A contest of dancers. Please take it seriously. The audience fell silent in an instant. At this time, the chief referee of this exchange match, Deputy Minister of Education, Zhang Beihao, who respected the 7th-ranked Grandmaster, raised his voice. Speaking, I announce. First National V, the Freshman Exchange Contest, was officially opened. The following are the 5 participating team members are invited to enter. The contestants walked into the stadium one after another. There are 4 teams in this exchange competition. They are the 5 major teams of the Mad Capital. Kyoto 5 Majors, 5 Great Alliances, and 8 Laughs Alliance. Among them, the 8 Seoul Alliance team is composed of Hwaga Wuhan University, Kyoto University, and other 8 Takiko universities. Big 5 league teams. It is formed by the remaining 89 schools in the country. The competition is a team station. Each team will have 5 players per game. The 1v1 PK loser step down. The winner will have the option to continue the challenge. The 4 teams were drawn in the first round to be divided into Group B. After the respective matches, the winners face off against each other. The loser faces each other in pairs. The final result will be determined through the finals. The referee then began to introduce each team in turn. Fang Ping, the captain of the 5 teams of the Demon Capital, is at the pinnacle of a product. Han Su, the captain of the Kyoto 5th Brigade, is at the pinnacle of a product. The captain of the 8 Laughs Alliance team, the guard, is the pinnacle of the first grade. Listen to the introduction. Yang Xiaoman couldn't help but shed a drop of cold sweat on his face. This is the pinnacle of a product. The pinnacle of a product seems to be worthless. Fu Chanding said with a light smile. There is also a gap between the peaks of forced products. For example, you can't beat me. Yang Xiaoman was not happy. Clenched his fists in disagreement. Make it clear. You can't beat him. Listen to the quarrel between the two. Fang Ping pondered. Fu Chanding was right. There are also high and low peaks. Right now, the elite of the nation's V University freshmen are gathered here. If only I could punch through these. Wouldn't the pinnacle of a product be able to show off the limelight? Then the sound came from the stereo again. Sun Mingyu, the captain of the 5 major league teams, is the first stage of the second product. Team member Shin Jiaxing is the first stage of the second product. The second grade Fang Ping was slightly surprised. The members of the Kyoto Big 5 were also surprised. There was a lot of talking. Unexpectedly, the 5 major leagues actually have 2 second-class players. After the introduction, Beihao walked to the draw box. Now, I'll preside over the draw. Decide the order of the first round. Ask the captain to come out of the queue. Fang Ping walked to the front of the box. Nervously stretched out his left hand. At this time, Fang Yuan in the audience looked at Tan Jinping nervously. Uncle Tan's second grade is not stronger than Fang Ping. My brother won't be in danger. Tan Jinping touched his chin and groaned. Judging by the current grade of each team, the Big 5 leagues are the strongest of the 4. If they do, they will lose. Fang Yuan hurriedly clasped his hands. Pray that God will forbid you not to draw the 5 major alliances. Fang Ping's pupils were erect. God forbid. Be sure to draw the Big 5 leagues. Originally wanted to hit the pinnacle of a product and show off. I didn't expect that there would be a second product now. It's a great opportunity to get it delivered to your door. As soon as Fang Ping grabbed the ball, I wanted to penetrate the second grade. Nationally famous. Jingwu deserves to be the first martial arts school in the country, skipping the level and crushing captains of the 5 major league teams. It seems that this freshman exchange competition may not be easy to play. At this time, Fang Ping looked at the ball with a B written in his hand. A bewildered face. And Han Su, the captain of Jingwu, is holding a ball that says it. It's really good. We got it. It coincides with a group of 5 major alliances. I won immediately. He turned his head to look at Sun Mingyu, the captain of the 5 major alliances. Speaking of the 5 major alliances, although there are 2 second grades, but everyone is a new student. In just half a year, he cultivated to the second grade essence. Presumably, there's no time to practice tactics and carry out tasks. Other words, these two second-grade products will be defeated by our first-grade peak. Although Sun Mingyu was very unhappy. But nothing was said either. Fang Ping understood this implication in his heart. Quite judgmental. Also very confident. He is worthy of being the captain of Jingwu. Jingwu's strength may be really strong. Immediately, he recalled what Tang Feng had said before. The two schools of Jingwu and demon martial arts have stood for many years. There has always been a dispute between the first and the second. So this exchange competition. Jingwu is our biggest opponent. If we defeat Jingwu and become champions, Jingwu will replenish 10% of the country's resources. Give it the magic force. When the time comes, you will be part of the team. Each person can earn at least 300 credits. Fang Ping walked up to Han Su and said, "You're in luck. This is an opportunity to become famous in one draw and two products. I'll leave it to you." Han Su pointed disdainfully at the team members behind him and said, "You Demon 5. Don't even think about it. What kind of game to play with us? Even our reserve team is at the pinnacle of the first grade. Prepare for a fiasco." Fang Ping clasped his hands in front of his chest, said calmly, "Don't get complacent too soon. Sooner or later, Jingwu and Demon 5 will have to fight." At the same time thinking in my heart, "That's 300 credits. I must take you down too." The two sides in the ring are in place. Voices came over the radio. Now it's Group A. Kyoto Big 5 versus Big 5 League teams. In the first game, Jingwu Han Su fought against Sun Mingyu and the Fifth Company. The two of them were talking above the stands. Han Su is the top student in the National College entrance examination. He enters the city of crispy bones 3 times. The strength is very strong. Well, the first game is just a good time to see how good he is. The game begins. As the referee's congratulatory voice fell, Sun Mingyu took the lead in sweeping out with a giant axe. Towards Han Su is waste his axe swing. The giant axe instantly pierced Han Su's body. What Sun Mingyu was taken aback. It turned out to be an afterimage. I saw Han Su's figure, flashing in the ring like a ghost. There were countless afterimages into painful eyes for a while. Fucheng ding exclaimed surprise. Medium grade pace. Han Su's pace has been completed. At this speed, Sun Mingyu couldn't touch him at all. All I heard was a pop. Han Su suddenly stabbed out. The tip of the gun with a sound of breaking wind instantly penetrated Sun Mingyu's abdomen. Fu Xiaoning held his head in his hands and said Han Su's marksmanship. The Shang only made a move and hit Sun Mingyu hard. The end of the strength gap is too big. At this time, Sun Mingyu suddenly grabbed the tip of the gun. Then the right hand holding the giant axe swung out suddenly. Look where you're going. Unless Han Su abandons the gun. Otherwise he will be split in half. Look at the great axe with the power of the bloody weeping. Has come to Han Su's waist. At the last moment, I only heard a bang. Han Su's mouth suddenly fell to the ground with blood. Then a back jump pulls away. And Sun Mingyu's left hand. But it had already landed on the ground not far behind him. Sun Mingyu stared blankly at his severed left hand. A look of disbelief. The audience also exploded instantly. I fucked that student's hand chopped off. What's going on? Isn't it a competition? It's cruel. Then, the leading mentor of the 5 major alliances hurriedly shouted. The Big 5 leagues throw in towel. The referee announced that the first game was 5 wins. And at this time, Fang Ping's heart was not calm. Jingwu's strength is indeed very strong. Han Su has a secret move. The sword is hidden in a gun. Just as he was about to be struck by an axe, Han Su drew his knife forward, instantly cut off Sun Mingyu's left hand. Recapture the spear. It can be seen that Han Su's footwork and knife skills are amazingly fast. It's just that Sun Mingyu's overlook has come out. Powerful. In the end, Han Su was hit by the handle of the axe. The injuries were not minor. I'm afraid this freshman exchange competition will not be easy to play. The first appearance of the exchange competition. The teenager is domineering and tenacious. Inexistent. No one can catch my 3 stabs. The next game was very miserable. After the injured Han Su was seriously injured, he was seriously injured. The blood is not on the field. Almost every player who has ever played. All had injuries of varying severity. Although the strength of the 5th Company is weaker than that of Jingwu. But everyone showed tenacious willpower. Even if you were defeated, you will fight for your life. We're down opponents. So much so that Jingwu won the first round though. But it cost too. 2 people were seriously injured. The price of minor injuries. After the morning game, because the scene was too bloody, most of the audience chose to leave. An exchange competition of 5 college students. It turned out to be such a cruel and bloody situation. Dancers compete. This is the real world of dancers. In the afternoon, it was a turn of the Magic 5 to play. You saw it yourself in the morning. Next, face off against the 8th school. All must be vigilant. Take it seriously. It's possible that the people of the 8th school are just as tenacious as the people of the Alliance. Remember not to underestimate the enemy. The sound of the radio sounded. Group B, the 5 major players of the Magic Capital versus the first round of the 8 Labs Alliance. Demon 5 Fang Ping versus Bashiao Zhang Guanglin. It began to fall with the referee's voice. Zhang Guanglin took the lead in grabbing out with a long stick. Fang Ping stood motionless. Zhang Guanglin was stunned. The people of Demon 5 did not seize the opportunity. Then eat me with a stick. Zhang Guanglin swept out with a stick. Fang Ping made a horizontal jump. Agile dodge. Zhao Xuemei exclaimed. Fang Ping's footwork was completed. Fu Changding said this speed. Zhang Guanglin couldn't touch him at all. Yang Xiaoman was speechless for a while. Don't you have this only one line? I saw Zhang Guanglin operating. Mamoking, however, didn't hurt Fang Ping at all. Divide the square and don't fight back. Just took Zhang Guanglin around the field. After a moment, Zhang Guanglin bowed his body. Gasp. Game. The mentor of the 8 Laughs Alliance worked out the tactics. First battle of the Demon House. In order to play with momentum, definitely let the captain start. Fang Ping can be the captain. The strength is definitely not weak. We can't just hit it hard. The most secure combat plan at the moment is to consume his chi and blood first. In the second game, the guards saw Fang Ping, who is short of chi and blood. Zhang Guanglin starts by you. I know. Even if you can't beat it, letting it hurt a little too. However, at this time, Zhang Guanglin was sweating profusely, breathing heavily. Oh no, you can't catch him. Fang Ping saw this. The pestle grinned at the waist pole and finished the fight. That's my turn. Then he began to take an attacking stance. Before the start of the game, Mr. Tang reminded me to be careful about the battle. Your 8 school is likely to be as tenacious as the 5th company, desperately consumed. He's right, but I don't think that's what I should be thinking about, because I won't give you a chance to be tenacious. Voice fell. Fang Ping disappeared in place in an instant. Bloody knife. The dripper only heard the sound of dang. Zhang Guanglin's whole body trembled. The huge force made Zhang Guanglin grin for a while. Fang Ping didn't give him a chance to breathe either. The second knife was another blow. Zhang Guanglin's long stick. A gap was cut out. The phoenix mouth knife was raised again. The third knife rang out with the last sound. The long stick was cut into 2 pieces. The blade was pulled diagonally down Zhang Guanglin's shoulder. The leading mentor of the 8 Laughs Alliance hurriedly shouted. Zhang Guanglin admits defeat. The referee announces the first round of Group B. Montauk Wusheng. Fu Changding gestured his fingers in disbelief. Fang Ping had slashed a total of 3 times just now. The first 2 knives both erupted with 60 calories of chi and blood. The last knife had at least 80 calories. In total, more than 220 calories of chi and blood erupted. Zhao Xuemei said with a shocked face that this was so strong. I can only burst 30 calories with my stick. It was when everyone in the Demon Warriors was happy. Bang! Fang Ping suddenly fell to one knee on the ground. Nanny Fang Ping, here's what's going on. Zhang Guanglin, who was lying on the ground, raised the corners of his mouth slightly, although it was not quite the same as expected. However, the operation was successful. The boy said, your calculations are in my calculations. Since you told me to fly, then I'll fly 1. Just now. Fang Ping unleashed 3 consecutive slashes of violet blood, defeated Zhang Guanglin of the 8 School Alliance. But he suddenly fell to his knees. At this point, only a thud was heard. Fang Ping slashed a boulder with a knife. Lu Fengru picked up 1 piece of gravel said, your total blood should be above 300 calories. You can now burst 80 calories of chi and blood with a single sword. In other words, you burst out 1/4 of all chi and blood with 1 sword. We call this a killer move. If a knife erupts 1/3 of the body's total chi and blood, that can be called a trick. You must pay attention. If there is any chi and blood left in the body, if it is less than 1/3 of the total chi and blood, there is a chance that you will die. That's right, normal people think so. At this time, Fang Ping took out a chi and blood pill. Then next, lacking in chi and blood, I can only take pills. On the sidelines, Zhao Xuemei said worriedly, wait. You said that Fang Ping had just burst out with 220 calories of chi and blood, isn't he? Yang Xiaoman also said, now it's too late to take pills to replenish chi and blood. How can the absorption of the pill be so fast? Vice Changding clenched his fist. Fang Ping, who shouted that it was okay. Next, let me help you continue to educate the people of the 8 schools. Tang Feng also frowned. Fang Ping, does this kid have a bit of a strategy? In the first game, the blood was exhausted. How to fight next? And Fang Ping on the field was concentrating. Consume 220,000 fortune value. Chi and blood are replenished. Then shouted the referee. Go on. Yang Xiaoman and Fu Chanding looked incredible. Fang Ping's chi and blood actually recovered. Is this the constitution of the fast-absorbing elixir? Muddle. Fang Ping secretly breathed a sigh of relief. Yes. It is the physique that quickly absorbs the elixir. Next game, I fought against the guards of the 8th school in 5 squares. The guards gave each other a thumbs up. Fang Ping, your strength is strong. Fang Ping looked confused, and I also knew that I was strong. The guard smiled and said, your knife is good. It was able to split my teammate's F-class. It seems to be made of ground-grade alloy. Your knife skills are also very strong. The total value of chi and blood and burst is as high as more than 200 calories. At the pinnacle of a product, cultivated to this extent. It's remarkable. Able to fight against such a strong opponent. What an honor. The rookie king of Demon 5 really lives up to his name. Fang Ping finally couldn't hold back. Touching his head, he said embarrassedly, how can it be a prize? The honored guest continued. Especially your 3/bloody madness. I'd love to see it again. Fang Ping smiled. Thanks for the compliment. Then I'll use it again later. At this time, the referee's voice sounded. The game begins. Fang Ping stomped. The ground was the first to snatch out the bloody sword. The guard held his breath, prepared to pick up the knife. When the bang. The guards blocked the first slash. It's really strong. Fang Ping raised his knife again. The guard smiled secretly. Let's square. You win a lottery. As long as you succeed in luring you to explode like you just did. 3 knives in a row. I'm going to win. Your first few cuts. It's hard, yes, but my sword is also the best sword. It can indeed burst out with a high level of chi and blood. But your limit is 200 calories. Now just take your third sword. You're left to your own devices. At this time, the sound of metal clashing sounded again. The guard successfully took Fang Ping's third sword. Then he slammed his hands into force. A knife flicked Fang Ping away. Fang Ping's feet slid out of the trees on the ground. Finally stopped on the edge of the ring. He quickly sideways and pulled the ammunition out of his pocket. The guard saw this. Hurriedly rushed towards Fang Ping with his teeth and claws. Fang Ping Xiao wanted to take the pill. Throw in the towel before it's too late. Your chi and blood have been exhausted. Game over. At this time, the guards laughed and came to Fang Ping. Your current situation is called flying with wings. Hu Zhao's guard waved his hands suddenly. But it was empty, because Fang Ping had already come to the sky above his head at this time. The nanny guard turned his head, looked at Fang Ping flying in the air in disbelief. Since you told me to fly, then I'll fly. Demon warriors are also everyone. Fang Ping actually flew in the sky. It was Skyclave. Fang Ping's load and breakthrough. It's time to go to the war Skyclave. Fang Ping took out a pill, slowly stuffed it into your mouth. Guards, classmates, you're trying to plot against me. It's a pity that your calculations are in my calculations. With that, Fang Ping stomped the air suddenly, swooped down towards the guards below. There was a clattering of the feet. The guard spat blood, slammed into the ground. The demon martial saint boy is full of self-confidence, squandering pills to show off the scene. It's not good to go on like this. Just now, the third match of the Group B group stage is over. Demon Dance Fang Ping splashed with a bloody madness. Defeated Jin Hongwei of the 8 Schools Alliance team in an instant. Fang Ping can be said to be a dark horse in this exchange competition. Killed 3 members of the 8th school in a row. Now unscathed. Fang Ping's father and colleagues. I was watching the live broadcast of the exchange match. Demon Dance is so strong. Isn't this Lao Fang's son? Our southern Xinjiang is going to be famous. Fang Ping's father was also shocked. Ping Ping is so strong. The scene of the competition. Zhao Xiumei said, it's not all as fierce as the fight of Jin Wu and them in the morning. Fang Ping played 3 games. Not even clothes were torn. Fu Chanding also said with anticipation, I know you're strong. Come down and give us a chance to play. Fang Ping in the ring looked proud. Take a bite of this exchange competition is still very easy to play. And so it goes. Our name will soon be resounding throughout the country. In the 4th game, Mo Wu Fang Ping fought against Zhang Jingdong, who was filial piety. Fang Ping's face lifted a wicked smile. The opportunity to make a name for yourself is of course to be taken advantage of. So he started the show-off mode. Fu Chanding and Zhao Xiumei looked shocked. Fu Chanding said that this is an activity. Fang Ping's knife just now erupted with nearly 100 calories of chi and blood. It's even higher than just now. Zhao Xiumei also pondered the killer weapon of the sky occupation realm. The gap between me and Fang Ping is getting bigger and bigger. Tang Feng was very unhappy. The power of the knife smashed to the ground. Nor is it as fast as on the ground. This is a waste of blood and blood to show off skills. At this time, Fang Ping stopped his waist and solved Zhang Jingdong with a knife. Zhang Beihao announced that he would win the martial arts, then asked Fang Ping if he wanted to continue. Fang Ping said that he was embarrassed and did not continue. "I've run out of ammo on my hands. Get out of the ring." Fu Changding quickly greeted Brother Fang with a look of admiration. "You're finally tired. 8 laughs, the rest of the person will not bother you. Leave it to me." Fang Ping smiled slightly. A small set capsizes. It's a shame for the Magic 5. Immediately, Fang Ping thought about choosing to step down after a string of 4s. Not only does it leave a chance for teammates to play, also save face for Xiao. It's a shame to be shot through by me. And now I'm showing my strength very well. It can be described as killing 3 birds with 1 stone. I'm a genius. Then, Dang Feng interrupted Fang Ping, who was immersed in pride. The starters played well. Just a word of caution. It is not advisable to waste blood and blood like just now. Then he said solemnly, "You squander like this. The pills distributed by the school will soon run out." Fang Ping pouted and said yes. "Mr. Tang, I've finished eating. The school gave us the preparation team. 1 person distributes 5 first-grade chi and blood pills. It's simply not enough." Then he said with a flattering face, "After all, I have penetrated 4 opponents alone. For your sake, can you give me another 15 pills?" Tang Feng was speechless for an instant. 15 lions opened their mouths. Fang Ping took out his whole cards and his family was poor. "Work hard. Look at the way the 2 of them bargain." Zhao Shumei couldn't help but sigh with emotion. Speaking of which, Fang Ping's family background is not as good as ours. His family members are ordinary people. It's all my own hard work that I have cultivated until now. Results, and when he started the game, he gave us momentum. It's a great achievement. Just as he was thinking about Fang Ping, he turned around and ran towards him, rubbing his hands in anticipation, and said, "Shumei, you see, you can even play to consume chi and blood. Give me the ammunition you save." Zhao Shumei was speechless for an instant. "I really sympathize with you just now. Fang Ping, you're enough." At this time, Tang Sang's scolding came from behind him. "You turn back. Go to the logistics department to apply for 5 first-grade blood pills." There was no bargaining. "And then there will be the next game. You're all on the line." Fang Ping grumbled. "Cut the pressure array and press the array. I'm going to have 2 fights less. Only 5 stingy ghosts." At this time, Fu Chang was holding a spear. Trembling, he walked out of the ring. "Win 1. Then he collapsed on the bench and said, "I said, Fang Ping, why did you win so easily? That's how hard it was for me to win. I've been hurt so much in all my laughs. What do you say you will do if you hit UK later?" Fang Ping slapped him. With a confident face, he said that it was fine. "We're here. Let's soar 5. It is impossible to win and admit defeat. The tenacious girl is a bloody counterkill." The boy fell silent. Pick up the episode. Next up is the National Freshman Exchange Competition. 4th game. Kyoto's 5 mage battles against the 5 demon capitals. In the first game, Demon 5 Zhao Shumei played against Jin Wu Wei Shujie. Fu Changding said confidently, "Wei Shujie in the last round. 2 moves were defeated by the people of the 5th company. I think Shumei will win." Wei Shujie said in the ring, very annoyed. "My opponent turned out to be not Fang Ping. Zhao Shumei, yes, the first time to enter the pinnacle of a product. Once a dancer in Crispy Bone City. The demon dance starter actually sent you so weakly to play. Still a woman. You don't even deserve to give Fang Ping a blocking knife." Zhao Shumei ignored her taunts. "And hold fast to the long stick in your hand. What a knife does not block a knife. The opponent is me." The game began, and the 2 burst out at the same time. When bang, a wave of air burst out from the center of the collision in an instant. Zhao Shumei's suppressed body fell backwards. 2 drops of cold sweat flowed down Fang Ping's face. Wei Shujie in the previous game. At most, 30 calories of chi and blood will burst out. And the stick just now exploded with nearly 50 calories. He was hiding his strength before. Wei Shujie taunted while fighting. "You finally found yourself weak. Yes, you borrowed 2 sticks from me." This was followed by another swing of the stick. 2 long sticks collided violently. I only heard a click. Zhao Shumei's right arm bone was unexpectedly cracked. The stick also fell to the ground. Too weak, Wei Shujie took advantage of the situation and swung it out. Bang! Zhao Shumei flew out upside down like a cannonball. Slid a few meters on the ground before stopping. Wei Shujie threw away the long stick in his hand. Walked up to Zhao Shumei. "That's not going to work." Then grabbed Zhao Shumei's injured right hand. "Take the 3 sticks I just had. Crack bones in both hands. Heavy trauma to the inner abdomen." Immediately threw Zhao Shumei to the ground. "Wasn't arrogant just now? Not with my opponent. Are you qualified?" Zhao Shumei slammed on the ground. A mouthful of blood spurted out. Looked at the tortured Zhao Shumei. The demon dance crowd was furious. Young Xiaoman couldn't help but rush to the stage. A few people who danced lightly said with a smug face, "Let Wei Shujie take the lead, and it is indeed right. He plays the most brutal style." The demon dance gang was too arrogant before. Just blood their morale. Fang Ping angrily flattened the water bottle in his hand. Wei Shujie's style of play. It's not about seriously injuring the opponent anymore. It's just insulting. Wei Shujie grabbed Zhao Xuemei's collar. Lift him up, and the right fist condenses the power of qi and blood. Throw in the towel. Zhao Xuemei said with a resolute look in her eyes. It is impossible to kick it immediately. Kicked in Wei Shujie's crotch. Wei Shujie's face turned pale in an instant. His eyes were filled with countless red bloodshots. Then screamed. Clutched to the ground with his crotch covered. Jin Wu conceded defeat. The demon warrior saint fell with a voice. Zhao Xuemei also fell to the ground with a thud. Medical staff rushed Zhao Xuemei for treatment. Fang Ping looked at the lying on the stretcher. Zhao Xuemei, who passed out in coma. If you fall into silence, you can't remember it for a long time. A set of girls head hammer triple combos. Take Captain Jin Wu directly. At this time, Zhao Xuemei was lying on the hospital bed for treatment. Yang Xiaoman said angrily that Wei Shujie. It's okay to look down on people. It's so cruel and violent to hurt Xuemei like this. The internal organs, arms, and faces were all wounded. It's so damning. Chen Yunqi was lying on the side of the bed, choked up, and said, Xuemei, I know you've always been strong, but is it really worth it for you to hurt like this? Even if you throw in a towel, the teammates in the back can also win it back. But now you're so badly injured. The cultivation after that will be delayed. Zhao Xuemei barely squeezed out a little smile and said, Yunqi, it's okay. The people of Jingwu are bent on destroying morale of our demon warriors. How can you let them get their wish? Listen to a conversation of several people. Fang Ping, who was standing at the door, unconsciously clenched his fist. Then punched the door. I blamed myself very much in my heart, and Xuemei knew that she was invincible. But he tried everything to win. And I'm at this time. Fu Changding walked in. He gestured in the direction of the ring and said, Xiaoman, the pig's head on stage will be handed over to you. Yang Xiaoman's eyes froze. Said it looks good. Mine came to the ring. Looked at the subtlety of half of his face swollen. Yang Xiaoman was stunned. Can't help but laugh out loud. Your face is swollen like this. It's ugly, isn't it? You're sure you don't want to be treated? Han Su said disdainfully. A swollen face does not mean a decrease in strength. That's why you female dancers care about that. Superficial Yamsia Oman. The corners of his mouth are raised. What's wrong with cherishing your face? What's wrong with the female dancer? I really don't understand. Why are you martial arts people so arrogant? I'm going to educate you today. Compete on the same stage with respect for your opponents. Speak at the same time. Young Xiaoman has burst out. Hansu grabed Yang Xiaoman es these. Okay, Ash. The face is fine. Then I'm going to scratch your face hard. Yang Xiaoman raised his hand to block. Hansu grabbed her arm. Said mockingly, in order to protect his face. And I restrain my hands. What are you going to do now? Who have refined the upper valley? Less nonsense. Yang Xiaoman's right foot was raised back violently. Kicked Han Su's crotch. Han Su's legs quickly came together. A snap clamped Yang Xiaoman's right foot. Damn Yang Xiaoman's hands and right foot. They were all controlled by Han Su. Can't move at all. Han Su continued to taunt and said he was quite skilled in the next three ways. That's what you mean by respect. The words are not finished yet. All I heard was a bang. Yang Xiaoman hit the head hammer. Directly knocked Han Su into a wide eye. Staggered back. This was followed by a charge punch. Seeing that the fist was about to hit the goal. Suddenly there was a pop. Han Su didn't know where to pull out a dagger. Stabbed Yang Xiaoman in the left shoulder. The power of the blast was also forcibly interrupted. Yang Xiaoman was startled when he drew his sword. So fast, Han Su said disdainfully, I really thought you could win me. My speed and strength are above you. Even if you use any crooked methods. The words are not finished yet. Yang Xiaoman hit another head hammer. No, it's not yet. Wait for Han Su to come to his senses. Yang Xiaoman followed up with two hammer strikes. Directly hit Han Su with a lot of meat. Oops, I'm going to lose consciousness. At this time, Yang Xiaoman suddenly punched out. I only heard a bang. Han Su flew out upside down like a cannonball. Fly out in the blink of an eye. Flew to the outside of the ring for more than 10 meters before stopping. Han Su, who ate Yang Xiaoman's set of combos, fell straight into a coma. Yang Xiaoman also breathed heavily. The referee's voice rang out. In the Demon Martial Saint ward. At this time, except for Fang Ping, the three people who passed through the Demon Martial Saint were all seriously injured. Look at this scene. Fang Ping couldn't help but frown. Why did it turn out the way it did? The team member was seriously injured. The teenager was furious. Use a special move. Bloodshed is infinitely connected. At this time, Only a scream was heard. Tang Songyin's hands were directly broken. Then he fell to the ground with a thud. The referee's voice rang out. A voice came from the Shinmai Club radio. Asked one of the next members of the Demon Dance to come on stage. But the Demon 5 was deserted in the war zone. The radio again came out with the sound of Magic 5. The next team member, Fang Ping, please come to the stage. What about the people of Demon 5? I don't think I'll be intimidated. The little quacks of the martial arts are also urging. At this time, Fang Ping was at the door of the ward. Look at your teammates lying on the hospital bed. Fang Ping's heart was very self-reproachful. The players of Magic 5 are in order to win, desperate to meet the enemy. And I, the captain, deliberately wasted my blood and blood to show off my skills. All he wants to do is be famous. Asked for a lot of pills. It was arranged to press the formation. As a result, the players who came to the stage first were seriously injured one by one. I relied on my own system. Don't be stubborn all your life. Fang Ping, are you at ease as the captain? At this time, Bairuashi hurriedly ran over to Fang Ping. What are you doing here? The last person in Jingwu is very strong. If you are invincible, you will retain your strength. Wait until the finals. Fang Ping grabbed the phoenix mouth knife. Said teacher Bai with sharp eyes. To protect the people around you. We should do whatever it takes to do it sometimes. Right after saying that, he walked straight to the ring. Fang Wenxiang stretched his arms. Said that this was not the time when I played the 8th school before. Is a string of 4 big celebrities flat? Ever since your war. After that, our Jingwu brothers want to meet you. If I think I'll defeat you, I'll be famous. I'm really lucky. Fang Ping's eyes were confused. Less nonsense. Let's get started. Fang Wenxiang took the lead in making a flash. Came to Fang Ping. The phoenix beak knife in Fang Ping's hand swiped away. Easily unloaded Fang Wenxiang's powerful blow. How can it be? Fang Wenxiang looked incredulous. Bairuashi in the audience said. It seems that Fang Ping has worked pretending. Fang Wenxiang's 80 card hit. It was easily unloaded. Fang Ping's phoenix mouth knife was horizontal. Shake the sky fist is a good killer feature. But I'm better than you. After saying that, Fang Ping suddenly rushed out of his special move, bursting blood and slashing twice. Fang Wenxiang hurriedly raised his hand to defend. The gloves on his hands were split in an instant. Blood spurted out. Fang Wenxiang's eyes instantly widened like a knife in Tongli. Like hard weep's blood.